What's going on, everybody? I wanted to make this video um, for those of you who may have been where I've been and have dealt with some of the things that I've been through. Where do I begin? Well, recently I found out that I've had a head injury for the last 2 weeks. And I also found out that there's something wrong with my insides and I'm internally ill. So, yeah. Now, that's just the base of it. Recently, I had an audition and I did not succeed. And then I told my friend Melissa about it. She succeeded. And on the one hand, I was happy for Melissa, but on the other hand, I had a bit of jealousy and rage. And, I set my phone aside, which in retrospect was a pretty big mistake. And I went into another room and I started having this meltdown of random emotions and a bunch of negative thoughts. Like, 1 second, I was angry and furious. The next second, I was depressed. And then the next second, ooh, happy, jolly, yada, yada, yada. Ow. I actually hurt my cheek a little bit. Anyway, so while I was going through my emotional meltdown, my brother, being the jokester that he is, he took my phone and made this really mean post on Facebook. And it it sparked up a whole lot of flack for me, and I had to take a whole lot of heat. And it was a whole lot of drama for something I didn't do. And of course I took the heat for it because nobody would have believed me if I told the truth. I mean, looking back on my life, so much stuff has happened that I've taken the fall for. And when I finally got enough courage to tell the truth that I had nothing to do with it, they didn't believe me. So it was like, this guy's full of shit, move along. I mean, okay, now before you label me as a liar, imagine yourself in my place. What if something happened, you had nothing to do with it, and telling the truth did not help at all? Like, I remember the very first time it ever happened. I was in the 6th grade, and this kid was accusing me of stealing his collector's cards. I think they were Naruto collector's cards, if I remember right. And of course, I tried telling the truth, and they didn't believe me. So I had to come up with some sort of lie to get out of it. So in the end, I said that I found them and threw them away, and that's when they finally let me go. And of course, when I got home, my parents were on my case. I told them I didn't really do it, and of course, they didn't believe me. When I went to school the next day, my friend Chris was the only one who knew I was telling the truth, that I had nothing to do with it. Thank God for Chris. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. Imagine yourself in my place. You were wrongly accused of something and telling the truth didn't help at all, and you're labeled as a liar. Just because you were telling the truth that you had nothing to do with this thing that happened. Now imagine yourself in my most recent situation. I'm getting a whole lot of heat for this Facebook post that I had nothing to do with. And when I finally told the truth, nobody believed me. I mean, how many of you have had siblings that have played pranks on you? And telling the truth has only made you into a liar. Yeah, it doesn't feel good, does it? It sucks. The whole situation sucks. But the point I'm trying to make here is that it doesn't matter if anyone believes you or not. If you tell the truth, it's the right thing to do. I mean, who cares if you get labeled as a liar or whatever? If you tell the truth, it's the right thing to do. So, the point of it all is, don't take the fall for something you had nothing to do. Just tell the truth, move along. Don't try to cover for the guy who actually did it. That's another mistake I made. I made a few other salty posts covering up my brother's ass. And, you know, in hindsight, those were not good choices. Yes, I've made some bad choices in my life. But these are all just mistakes. But you know what sucks worst? Nobody is going to let you move along from your mistakes. I mean, in life, you make mistakes and you learn from them, and then you move along. Well, think about this. Haven't you ever made a mistake in your life? Haven't you ever learned from that experience and wanted to move along from it? What about all those people who refuse to let you live that mistake down? Now, if that's happened to you, and you're one of the people always bagging on me, you're always on my case, you're no better than the people who did that to you. You've turned into the very thing that you've despised. You've become a bully. So don't bag on someone for telling the truth after so many cover-ups, so many lies. I mean, they're telling the truth, and that's the right thing to do. They should be thanked for telling the truth, even if it takes them a few tries to get it out. That doesn't matter. If you tell the truth, it's the right thing to do. And if you say you're sorry, be genuine about it. Whether it's sorry that this thing happened, sorry that you did that, or sorry that you're going through this hard time. If you say you're sorry, be genuine about it. Now, I'm not expecting anyone to appreciate this video or anyone to believe me. But what I do expect people to do is to understand that no matter what is going on, if they tell the truth, they should be thanked. Because it doesn't matter if the truth hurts, if the truth is comfort, or if the truth makes no sense at all. The truth is the truth. The truth is underrated.